Hello, my dear friends. Welcome to the content of this video. I'm putting my earrings. I don't know why. I felt like it. So today I want to talk about the suggestions of 4 or 5 different psychologists, how to manage the dating scene, the marriage, basically the secret union, and all that jazz. Okay, first of all, I want to say the following. We cannot forget that as psychologists, and I did a little summary of a presentation from Dr. Jerry Croth, in which he talks about the 8 taboos in psychology. That in psychology, it's the 3D reality. They talk about locality, casuality, and fixed reality. So basically, they reject what is accepted since the beginning of last century of the 5D reality, that it is the law of attraction, that there is a non-separation, non-local worlds, a casual and participatory reality. So their suggestions is they don't talk about the chakras, they ignore the all those things that actually exist. So they are giving you suggestions if you would be a robot or a machine, without intuition and without the secret union between the male and the female energy, the masculine and the feminine energy within ourselves. The feminine energy, I have videos about all these topics on the channel that I did, because when I talk about a topic, because I mix 5 or 6 different concepts, I've already talked about them before. Okay, so now I forgot the point. Yes, the chakras is just a theory, or it's actually the Buddhism and Hinduism is a religion that helps you understand how quantum physics organizes on the body. Okay, and law of attraction is to organize your thoughts, your emotions and feelings, and actions. The description of these concepts and its sources are on the previous videos. I can put them on description down below. That you manage your life from inside out, as above so below. Okay, so so going back to just because your 3D reality is negative, that doesn't mean your future will have to be. Okay, so you learn by spirit or by circumstance. Okay, the faster you become a master manifestator or an alpha manifestator, the faster you will learn. Okay, so right now I'm going to quote a guy that is a coach. I know that he's black, he's dark skin. I forgot his name. I will leave the link down below. And I'm mentioning him because he's the only one that made this point, and I've watched many of them. All these coaching guys, they teach men to do this touch and run. So they make the women go on the masculine energy. The problem, this works in the extremely short run, on the short run. But as the women become more educated and they do their learning and they become in secret union with themselves, the goal is always to stay in the feminine energy forever, because when you move from your most important energy to the feminine, the woman blossoms on the feminine energy, if that's her the main energy, okay, to blossom. And the male is the man is on the testosterone, okay, so it's to do things. Okay, so when you mix them, then the man becomes the woman and the woman becomes the man. That doesn't work on the long run, because then the man wants to blossom and the woman wants to work, so it won't work. Okay, this is going to be the consequence if you guys keep on doing the same mistakes. However, is the female blossoming that it is the final motivation, because men enjoy the present moment, the Gegenwart, by the way that the woman, the feminine energy, is enjoying the moment. And for her to enjoy the moment, she has to be in security. Okay? So, having said this guy that I am quoting, he made two very good points that I want to mention. This is the alpha female. The alpha female, and I am one of them, is a woman that she had to use her male energy in order to assert herself, because her space wasn't, her feminine energy was not being respected. Okay? So, which is assertiveness. Okay? And he gives a very good example. When you are with the alpha female, you need to be patient and be having a couple of days just talking to her so that she has trust with you. Okay? And what I would suggest to the alpha female, use that opportunity, because an alpha female is with some time and practice is easy to become feminine. Okay? And then you can use the logic to understand your emotions, and your emotions to explain, to use words in logic to express yourself. Okay, so the more feminine or the most feminine women are the ones that have a good balance of male and feminine energy. Okay, that doesn't mean that they are weak or stupid. It means that they know how to use the feminine energy to allow what they want. Okay? Just because you allow it, that doesn't, you don't need to assert themselves. Okay? And men assert themselves. That was the first point he made that I liked very much. And the second point he made that I also liked very much was that most guys that are unbalanced within themselves, they see a woman, they go crazy with the trailer of a woman without knowing if the woman matches his values, etc., etc., etc. They say, well, this picture looks good in my living room, without knowing if the picture wants to be in his living room. So basically, the woman is doing this, and the guy is doing this next to her. Okay, so you have two different rhythms that don't match. Okay, and he explained that the alpha male, he knows who he is and his job in life, and the alpha males are extremely masculine because they have a good balance between the masculine and the feminine energy. So they know how to ask questions and to listen. That's the most masculine thing a man can do. Okay. And the most feminine thing a woman can do is to express her feelings, okay, in an eloquent way, okay. So what he says that the alpha female does is that he's doing this rhythm, and the woman understands his rhythm, and then she matches like this. So she understands her role in the guy's life, okay, and that's what we should all strive for, okay, to the highest best self, okay. To at all subjects in our lives. Okay, so Dr. John Gray, he makes a very good. He's also a psychologist. He explains. He made a little bit more investigation about the hormones and the testosterone and the estrogen, and that's the reason why I'm mentioning him. Okay, so I'm gonna read something that he explain in a video. I will link the link down below. It says that men get stressed when women get stressed when they suppress their feminine side, okay, and men get stressed when they suppress the male side, okay. That's the testosterone. That's the solar plexus. That's the first chakra, the root chakra. Okay, so the women, what she should do is do sharing, is the emotional undressing. So you have to find your emotions and to have to open yourself, be vulnerable, okay. And allowing the man see and hear with respect and empathy. So it means that the fourth chakra needs to be opened, okay, with compassion, with understanding his feelings. So means that he has to have also the third eye open in order to be able to put himself on issues, because he will never know what it is to have children. He will never know what is to how is it possible that a woman puts sometimes the needs of the others in front of themselves, okay? Unfold the layers of who you are in the presence of a man. That is what is intimacy is all about. When women say they want to know what the guy is thinking and feeling, what that actually means, that they want to share what they feeling, okay? It is for him to go into you. Okay, that's the masculine. So he goes into your feelings, not you going into him. Okay? Because if he expresses what he feels, it feels like weak and wimp and those things. Okay? If he comes into me, I feel more feminine, happier, satiated, and feel safe enough and emotionally, and I can trust him. Okay? So this is the risk of opening up in the presence of a man and communicating so that he will hear you. Women say, my husband does not want that, etc. He ridiculizes, he tries to solve my problem, da, 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 da. That's because he is not in union with himself, with his own, with the masculine and feminine energy, okay? And then he continues saying how to get a man to listen, and you as a woman can open up and share. It's the oxytocin and the estrogen will lower your stress levels. When he listens with empathy, care, and respect, it allows you to feel the love he has for you. Okay? I am so glad to see you. And then his testosterone goes up because he's happy that you're happy just to see him. Okay? What happened to the day and what made you feel frustrated? So I felt frustrated because I felt disappointed because I felt concerned because I forgot to do this and that. Okay? Speak positive things. Okay? And you do a hug. You look at his eyes for 3 seconds, and then you leave the room. Okay? Don't complain to a man about himself. Talk to your girlfriend. Over time, he learns to listen and entrust him. The most testosterone thing a man can do is to listen with empathy, and the most estrogen producing is to talk. That's for the women to do. Okay, if he needs to show his feminine side, talk to a man. At the end, you can do is okay. So Jordan Peterson, I already talked very often on my videos about these suggestions. Is that you have to have 2 dates per week, invest on the friendship, increase your emotional literacy, sex after arguments, like the Brazilians say, o sexo para fazer as pazes. Have to talk 90 minutes per week about the love, the relationship, the triggers, the emotional needs, etc. That's very important. Even though Dr. Gray says don't complain, you're not complaining. You are sharing your concerns. And if you are doing a sacred union, you really need to do this work. You know? And he mentions that the couple need a vision, and it's like basically managing a company. Okay. Adrienne Everhart, she has a little program called Female Energy Manifesto, and she gives the following suggestions. Okay, when the guy touches your leg or something like that, it feels so good, and then you kiss and pull back, hand on the leg, count to 1 to 3 and say a sound like hug. And make yourself small, so he's bigger than you. He hugs on top because he's protecting you. Okay. Mental excitement on the chest and then pull back. So you put your hands on the things and then you pull back. Okay. Okay, and then she goes a little bit graphic. So like you do saliva sounds, and you talk about your body, how it feels so good, and then if you have problems becoming feminine, you should make friends with older women, because older women are more feminine than the younger ones, and see how they do it. Okay, like you do gardening and those things. So, and Adrienne Everard, she talks about very often is you listen to what the guy is doing, and then you find your emotion, you spin it to warmth, and then you say your boundary. So whatever he's saying, oh, you want to go out tomorrow? And then you say, you find your feeling, it's yes or no, and then you say, I feel that's not such a good idea. I already have other plans, okay? And you keep it warm. You don't say, don't you think it's a little too late to ask me that? Don't do this. Don't do this, okay? Just say, you are saying exactly the same thing, but you are not wasting your energy telling him that this question is stupid, okay? You just play it cool, with swag, okay? Okay, and that's it. For example, she explains if the guy wants to, he plans a date, right? And she wants to see the shops, and she says, it would feel so good to see the shops. And if he has empathy and if he really cares for you, he's gonna give you time to look at the shops. Okay, so the last person I want to talk about is Esther Perel. Esther Perel she's very funny, and she's a sexologist. She's also psychologist, and she talks about sex, intimacy, love, desire, and all that jazz. Okay, and the studies and the research. We can't forget that in psychology they have 8 taboos that do not exist in physics. So in physics, the law of attraction and manifestations is real. The 5D reality and all the other dimensions is real. Okay, so you have a disharmony. There is a lot of cognitive dissonance. Okay, however, she says that love needs intimacy and desire needs space. Okay, so I don't have. I should have. There is a paper. Needs. Okay, and the first suggestion that is very important that she says that concerning your sexual desires, you should have a meeting exactly explaining what are the expectations and what you need to reach the climax, or what you pretend to do. So now I'm going to give you my 2 cents on it. So you should do your astrologic map and know what is your life purpose. The life purpose is going to tell you is from the south node to the north node, and that it's an imaginary meridian that is going to tell you where you came from and where you are going to. And the less narcissistic and codependent you are, so you learn by spirit, and the more narcissistic you learn by circumstance. The more narcissistic or codependent you are, the more dense your energy is, so the time is slower, because you learn less things in more time. And when you learn by spirit, you learn more things with less energy and more time. So it means that actually live more experiences. Okay, having said that, you have to know what are your strengths and weaknesses in you seducing. So what attracts you to a person? How is when you are attracted, do you become weaker or does it become stronger? Because do you become stronger with friendships? Okay, what is the role of love in your life? Which type of partner do you need to stay connected? That's So you have, in astrology, you have all the parameters that explain you who you are. Okay, and what does sex mean to you? Okay, it's eros. Okay, depending which parameter, okay, which zodiacal sign falls in which house, is going to give you indications of who you are. Okay, and what do you have to work towards in order to become your highest, best self. okay, and to get the maximum absorption, the most joy of life from all this from all perspectives of life, on all the facets, okay? This is it. I think I've explained what I needed to say in 20 minutes. I hope you guys like it. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell button, and thank you very much for being here with me. Bye!